And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Every single time I say that we're gonna fly more often, something happens. This time it was me getting really sick again. This time with an ear infection. So I'm back. I would say that we're gonna fly a lot, but our summer plans that we talked about like a month and a half ago are coming up. So we're probably not gonna be flying a lot. um,
We're here for you now.
yes, and we're continuing to practice. I feel like we're like 5 or 6 shows away from being able to add some sort of variable in, whether that be a new show site or weather, probably weather.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Well, we were like a month ago.
uh-huh.
So we'll see.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's a standard show at Adana. Let's see. Let's just do the whole thing again. Good evening, pilots. It is June 8th, 2026, 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing a standard high show at Adana. Weather briefing, BrotherLeb.
Weather is winds calm, clouds few 12,000, temperature 15, dew point 0, altimeter 299 That's field elevation, or rather pressure altitude of 29085. No remarks that I can think of.
Alright, 29985 for a corrected center plan elevation of 0 feet will be split out of chocks. I will hold short 25. BrotherLeb will hold short. No, 28? Correction. 27, yes.
Because I'm 05.
Yeah. Chariot will hold short 27, BrotherLeb will. Chariot will, hold short 27, BrotherLeb will hold short 05. Chariot will take 27 for individual takeoff maneuvers, followed by BrotherLeb on 05, followed by the opposing knife edge and the rest of the show as previously briefed. Let's talk Blivet real quickly.
Hit me.
Let's see. I think you didn't want me to change anything, but
No,
okay.
I should adjust, and I screwed it up last time.
Okay. So
I want you to fly as consistent a profile as possible because I think that'll give us the best chance at a hit.
All right. So that means I'll be idle at Horizon. And I'll be calling 45 vertical and the other 45,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Horizon. Then we'll be contact. Remember to shoot for like 2 planes high on the cross.
Yep.
All right. Anything else before we get started?
Remember that I'm going to be bringing power out on our loops, particularly the section loop going into the loop right cross, so that we're not coming out the backside of that with too much smash. So it'll be, as we come through vertical, it'll be easing power, probably a little bit of ease of the pull, and then we'll hit horizon and we'll pop the boards, stand by the boards, probably in that order. The other thing is that I am going to open up some angles to set up for that before we go into the section loop to give you some time to get in, but I'm not going to do quite as aggressive as I did last time because that gave me a geometry problem that I did not solve very well. So you should have plenty of time. You were in really early last time, but it'll be slightly less than the last time we flew.
All right. Sounds good. I will not be taking out power for the line abreast loop to try and make it easier for you and to make sure we have enough smash to go up and have me do the split S into the 8.
For sure.
Section landing will be the same as last time as far as like the landing sequence goes. I'm gonna have spoilers armed already, and I will call the boards. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold my spoilers because last time I did that, as soon as I touched down, I just like, it's like a boat anchor and I was way behind you.
Yeah.
Well, Last time something went wrong and I went shooting by you, but yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to do spoilers pretty much the same time as breaks. So,
Yeah. Should.
um, aside from that, I think we just get in and give it a shot.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Anything else before we get started?
Don't think so.
All right. Rhetoric. Switching inputs. All right, folks. Talk to you. BrotherLeb, you got me?
Unclear.
Lima Charlie for you as well. Startup sim.
Great.
It's been a minute.
Yep.
Every once in a while, when I open PC Link, like it opens the Horizon menu, and then I have to close it
Oh, that's annoying.
with my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, DCS, you beauty. It's good to be back. Let me know when the server's up.
Will do. I have been flying some DCS in between the last flight we did, but I haven't done anything A4 related or Blue Angels related, so
Have you
pretty
fixed
rusty.
your control issues?
I think so. I spent some time fiddling with that
Alright.
after we flew. I ended up re-updating, so like I backed it up and then I went and tried it, and it didn't really fix it all the way. So then I updated
Might as
to
well just
a
update.
more
Yeah.
newer one and then tweaked.
Okay.
And it I got back in the ballpark. It's not. It doesn't feel quite like it was, but it feels close enough.
Uh-huh. I feel like at this point we're
Okay.
getting pretty good at flying whatever is given to us.
I remember how often the Hornet was changing when we were like
Yep.
still flying with the wing and
Yeah, I do. Loading in. See, I can deal with like the jet profile changing, but it's like when your muscle memory has to change, that's when things get really hard.
Yep.
But fortunately, the hardest part about the A4 is the throttle, so.
Yep. Yeah. Though I was having trouble getting enough backstick deflection for a couple of the more aggressive maneuvers, and I was like, ugh.
That's interesting. You're
It wasn't.
limited
It
on
was like
axis?
coming on the. Yeah, limited on pull.
That's weird.
It wasn't limited. It was like I had to have a certain amount just to start with.
Uh-huh.
It was like the telemetry trim wasn't working, so it wasn't deflecting the stick forward when I was trimming. So I was starting a little bit back, and then if you pull all the way, then you just have less travel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you are. Cool.
All right. I am ready for startup.
Alrighty, unpausing in 3, 2, 1, mark. Cool.
Oh, you know what? I should probably make sure the stream can see us. Now that I
That
think
sounds
about
like a
it.
good idea.
Oh, look, the stream can see us. Good for them, and they can hear you. Goodbye, those two windows. Give me back the performance, please. We're on 6, TACAN?
0 or 6 X-ray. Yep.
6 X-ray. Alright, awesome. Good.
That one.
In GA, is it left to right patterns or right to left patterns in the cockpit?
In reference to what?
Instruments.
Like for a cockpit sweep?
Yeah. Or does it
It's
depend on the aircraft?
preference of the pilot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It really depends on who's doing it. I mean, not everybody even does a directional sweep. Some people prefer to do like sort of groupings of certain types of instruments, or sometimes it's just the cadence of the checklist.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, I really need to wipe down these lenses. All right.
Same.
It's so dirty in here. All right, I'm ready for startup.
Alrighty. Stand by ground power.
Hold one. Sorry, sound. What happens?
I should check that actually. Now you're mentioning it. That looks fine.
Okay. All right. Trace ready for ground power.
Ground power. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Hey, sound.
Copy.
Oh, dude, it feels so good to be back in the jet.
Mm-hmm.
Ground power is now on.
All right.
Alright, step for ignition.
Chariot.
In 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Get that off.
Stand by ignition. 3, 2, 1. Mark. Flaps got light off.
Chariot's got light off.
Stand by idle. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Oh, Chariot's up.
Stand by the ground power.
Chariot.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Stand by the slats.
Chariot.
Or I guess whatever they are. 3, 2,
Ground
1.
power is now
Mark.
off.
Oh, that's that one. There we go. Alrighty, stand by the canopy.
Chariot.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Hey.
Double check your switches. Chariot's up, or rather, BrotherLeb's up. 3, come on.
Chariot's up, Tricom 1. Chariot's up, guard com 2.
Lab up.
Nice. Alright, works this time. Alright, takeoff checks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim sets. Check your heading. My heading 138. Check your altimeter set 2985 for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your smoke stations armed. Check your lights are on. And check your oxygen is armed. Check your... Yep, outside. I actually did all the things.
Stab arc.
Yeah, good point. Check your stab box on.
Level.
Check your... I was going to say smoke pressure, but we don't do that. Over to you,
Lab. Good afternoon, Chariot. Updated winds are calm. clouds few 12,000. Temperature 15, dew point 0, altimeter 29902 for a corrected altimeter of 2985. That's pressure altitude, or rather a density altitude of 80 feet and a center point elevation of 0 feet. You're clear to taxi left out of shocks, hold short 27, Leb's gonna hold short 05.
Chariot, we're cleared to taxi. Chariot, hold short 27, left, hold short 05.
Left.
Solos, we're cleared to taxi. Check park up, off. Turns park up to 70%. Off. Brakes now. Chariots, coming left. See ya.
Left.
Solo switching ain't com 1. Chariots obey com 1.
Let's obey com.
Chariot, 2985, set 0 feet, barrel out.
Left 2985, set 0 feet, barrel out.
Stand by the flaps. Flaps. Check your flaps up, pumps on, Chariot's flaps down. 1 degree up, barrel out.
Left flaps up, pumps on, 1 degree up, barrel out.
Just as a reminder, 1 degree up is my takeoff flaps. Do whatever you need.
No, it's the same for me.
I will say, taxiing in this thing has become second nature now.
I'm glad that's true for you. I just blew right on through that particular.
Chariots holding short 27. Alright, take out checks. Smoke stations on. Stabog. On.
Let's pass in taxiway, Charlie.
Where's the boy? Alright.
And let's entering Delta, roll it for Adana, Jerry.
Chariots rolling. Airboss Solo's taking the runway for immediate takeoff. Airboss.
Let's hold short 0.
Chariots on the roll. Please work. Speed's alive. See ya. Cheers, Slayer.
Love's rolling.
Oh, I love flying this thing. flying in general. That's just the best.
Ready. Smoke on. Chariot lives on top, 5.5. Stand by.
Nice. I like it. That was great. Good shape.
Smoke.
Chairs clear 3 miles for the opposing knife edge.
We're clear. 1 mile. Mile. Four mile.
Preliminary beam.
Copy.
Preliminary take mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Turret's in for the left knife edge.
Left and left, knife edge.
Oh, late.
10 seconds. Mark on time. 3-9. Miles. Mark 400.
Quarter mile.
2 miles. Mark 400.
That'll do. Smoke on.
Contact.
Smoke off. Ready, hit it. Sure, clear.
Check your smoke switch.
He's full. Rolling out. Chair's clear and clear of the crowd for the opposing inverted. Check and smoke.
Left.
Strong.
3 miles. Mark.
Preliminary beam.
3 miles. 3.5. 4 miles. Mark.
Preliminary beam.
Beam.
Preliminary take mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Turret's in for the right inverted.
Left and right inverted. 10 seconds. Mark. Hair ahead. 3-7. Three miles. Mark 395. Two miles. Mark 400.
Behind. Ready, hit it. Smoke on. Contact. Stand by, roll. Smoke off. Rolling out. Chair's clear and clear him on the crowd for the opposing pivot.
Left. Three and a half miles. Mark. And 4 miles.
Preliminary beam.
Beam.
There, take mark.
Go ahead, take it.
Stand by, mark it. Turret's in for the left pivot.
Left and left, flip it. 10 seconds. Mark point 2 ahead, 360. Miles, Mark 390.
On time.
Miles, Mark 4.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Add it up. Ready, hit it. Push. 45. Vertical 4-3, left rudder. 45. Horizon. Now 8-1, power's out of contact.
Got it.
Set. Ready, hit it. 1, 2, 3. Stand by, pull. Smoke off. Cheers, clear.
Clear.
Is pull. Rolling out. Cheers, clear. And coming right for the, you know what it is. Hook's coming down.
Contact.
375 E's and lots of power. Rolling out. 340 using more power. Slows them on the ground for the Fortis. Check them that's on. 320.
You'll have to.
Sure. 300. $290. Adding power. Adding a little more power. And we're coming right. Coming for the right comes the pole. Right hand turn for Fortis. Using some pull. Using more pull. Using more pull. A little further right. Using the pull. Rolling out the Fortis we're high. Chariot is set and rolling in.
Clear.
Stand by the gear. Gear. Adding power. Power set. We're inboard and 50 low. Center way. We're coming left. Comes the pole. Adding power. Stand by the gear. Gear. Hook. Trace rolling out.
Clear.
Ease the pull. Rolling out. Adding power. Souls are clear and clear on the crowd for the canopy to canopy roll.
Left.
Easing some pull. We go coming right. Put further right. A little more pull. And a right hand turn for the canopy to canopy roll. There it is. Oh, we're way out here. some back. Ease in the pull. Ease in more pull. Ease in more pull. And rolling out a little drive. Trig is set and rolling in.
Clear.
Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Rolling out a little pull. Ease and the pull. Smoke off. Here's rolling out. We're coming right. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Close on a right-hand turn for the section crossover. Easing some pull. In the pull, rolling a little drive. The section crossover. A little more drive to level. Smoke on. Ready to break. Ease pull, rolling out, pull to the 80. Stand by, roll.
Leb's got a problem.
Clear clear, pull to horizon. Smoke off. Clear clear. Clear clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the 4-point. Should I proceed, Leb? For miles mark, let me know your beam. I'm ready to take mark. Stand by, mark it. Chariot's in for the right 4-point.
Chariot.com.
We'll leave a Charlie.
And we.
Chariot. 10 seconds, mark point 2 behind 400. Three miles, mark 400. Two miles, mark 400. Smoke on. Contact smoke off. Ready, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, sir. Chair clear and clear behind the crowd for the section loop.
How's rolling?
Coming left. $310. 300. 300. 300. 325. Coming further left comes the pole.
Chariot, copy.
Lima Charlie, 340.
And a stuck gear. Gotta reset again.
340. 340 adding power to 92. 360. 380. Ease and some pull. 400. Ease and a little power. Ease on a little more power coming further left. A little pull. 410. A little further left and a little more pull. Ease and the pull. Roll it out. The ladder breast loop outboard. Smoke on. Up. We go. A little more pull. Vertical 5-8. Ease the pull. Stand by the boards. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Stand by the boards. Ease some pull. Ease and more pull. Up we go. Chariot attach. Chariots attach, boss.
Base clear.
Chariots over the top, 9-5 for the 8-point. Lab, let me know if you want to do this maneuver again, the ladder breast.
Would love to, frankly.
Sounds good. Meet me up on the clear. I'll be behind crowd right. Chariots in for the 8-point.
Shouldn't I have done the slow roll and then we do that?
Go for it if you want to. Ready, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chariots clear.
Alright, I'm setting up the slow roll. 3 miles arcing.
Chariot. Chariots clear and clear around the crowd for the ladder sleep. Don't have fuel to worry about.
Let's turn in 3 miles for the slow roll.
All I missed is the 4-point. We do that one all the time.
Ready. Okay.
Nice.
Clear.
Chariots clear 2700 at 5.5 miles behind crowd right, circling for the ladder breast loop.
Contact.
300 adding power. 325.
Adding power to 92. 340. 350 coming further left. Easing some pull. 375. A little further left, a little more pull. 400. 410. Easing the pull, rolling out the line abreast loop. 440. Smoke on. 450 up. We go a little more pull. Vertical 5-7. Easing some pull. Easing more pull. Stand by the boards. Boards. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Stand by the boards. Boards. Easing some pull. Up. We go. Church attach. Chair's clear, boss.
Love is clear. Didn't get in, but I appreciate the deal.
Turret's over the top, 8-9 for the 8-point.
Flip.
Turret's in for the 8-point. Ready, hit it! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turret Slayer. Turret Slayer, and clear with the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. Two miles mark. 2.5. 3 miles. 3.5. 4 miles. Mark limit on your beam. Are you taking mark?
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Trace in for the left horizontal rolls.
Left in, left horizontals. 10 seconds, mark on, tie 360. Three miles, mark 35. 2 miles, mark 400.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact. Ready, hit it! Turret Slayer. Ease pull. Rolling up. Turret clear. Unclimb on the ground for the inverted tour.
Let's go left for the inverted. Roll 360.
Contact.
350. 340. Ease and pull. Roll and out 340. 350. left, 350. A little further left comes the pull. A little further left and a little more pull. Adding power. Power set 9. 360. A little more pull. 370. 380. 390. Easing the pull and a rolling out. The inverted roll on line. A little dry. 340.
You got 2 left.
Left. Little right. Ready. Hit it. One little drive. We're inboard.
I swear to God, you add power.
Ready.
Correct.
A little further left. And a little pull smoke. Up. Big old crowd violation. A little further left and a little more pull. Easy little power. Easing the pull and rolling out. Little drive. Slows behind the crowd, setting up the section roll, coming back left. A little further left comes the pull. Power set 90.
No kidding.
A little further left and a little more. Souls in a left-hand turn for the section roll. A little further left.
Sure.
Comes the pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Little ease, a little dry smoke. Up we go. Coming left. Okay. Comes the pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling through. Ease in the pull and stopping the roll. A little further left and a little pull and a left-hand turn for the flirt.
Sure.
A little more pull.
Damn it.
A little more pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Inboard to outboard chariot. Up we go. Red.
Ready, roll. Good. Smoke off. Stand by, roll. Pull. Ease pull. Roll out. Cheers clear. And clear with the crowd for the dirty clean loop.
Left.
Chariot's turning in 4.5 during clean loop. And Chariot's turning in 4.5 during clean loop. Four miles, Mark 375 brakes. 3.5. 3 miles, Mark 250. .5 200. Smoke on. Gear. One mile mark. Add it up. Up. We go a little more pull. Vertical 2-3. Ease the pull. Horizon. Now horizontal. Pull. Gear. Sure, sir.
I've got another problem. I have to reset. I'm getting a left roll.
Yeah, Chariot's got gear. Chariot's resetting. Check, 1-2, BrotherLeb, you got me? Check, 1-2, BrotherLeb, you got me on 8? Say again, I had you 3x5.
Loud and clear on 8.
Alright, leave me Charlie. Hold one for switches. Go ahead and take off if you're set.
Love's rolling for the numbers. I wonder if I turned off invisibility or something.
No, because we would have had a problem in the Blivet.
Yeah, it's never bent the jet out of a maneuver, though. Alright, let's roll.
Church holding short. Church rolling for 2-3. Church taking off 2-3. Contact.
At 350, coming back right for the section loop. Coming further. 330, add a little bit.
Contacts, Chariot, snow slats. This will be fun.
330. A little further and a little more. Pull 340. Check yourself. A little further and a little more. Pull 350. Easing some pull. Easing more pull. We're coming further right, a little further right, and comes the pull. Adding a little power.
You got 6 left.
Left ease in the pull and rolling out the section with little drive.
Check smoke.
Up we go. A little more pull, even more pull. Vertical 6-0, easing the pull, easing power, easing more power. Stand by the boards. Rooms the pole, stand by the boards.
Oh no.
One more pole. Coming right. Ease the pole. Smoke. Coming back left. Rolling through. Adding power, power set 9. Comes the pole. One more. Pole.
It's freaking.
Sorry about that. A little further left and a little more. Pole. Seconds to left hand turn for the loop break on off 200.
Chariot 350.
Ease and some pull a little further left. Easing the pull, easing more pull, and rolling out the loop break cross on line, a little high, a little dry. Little inboard, up we go, a little more pull, even more pull. Vertical 6-0.
Yeah, baby.
Comes the ready break, 0.3 left in. still following. 3 miles, mark up we go, and 4G, mark. Vertical 5, 8 out. Horizon, now power's idling, please. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, rolling. Little steep. And leveling it out, 3 miles, mark 400. 2.5, mark 4, 10. 2 miles, mark 4. 1.5, mark 4. And 1 mile, mark 400. Half mile, mark 400. Smoke. Looks clear.
Tracer.
I don't know how you collect that. Well done.
Tracer clearing in front of the crowd for the section takeaway break 375. 380.
Contact.
390. 400. We're coming. Left comes the pole, adding power to 91. A little more pull. For left-hand turn, section takeaway break. $370. Ease in the pull. 400. Rolling up a little drive. Using some power. A little more drive. Smoke on. Little outboard. Ease on the drive. Ready, hit it. Pull. Ease pull. Rolling out. Smoke off. Coming right. Comes the pull. Ease pull. Rolling out. Chair Slayer 1.5. 2 miles, mark 400.
Match.
2.5. 3 miles, mark 395. 3.5. 4 miles, mark coming right, power idle. So it's a right-hand turn for the section flat pass. Is in the pull and out to the section flat pass and power. A little pull to adding a little more power. Power set at 82. Smoke. Careful with my stabs. Ease and some pull. Center point coming right. Over further right, easing power, easing more power. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Smoke off. Easing more power. And a little more pull. Rolling out a little back. A little more pull. Easing some pull. Rolling out. Slizzle in front of the crowd, setting up the section landing. Stand by the flaps, flaps. Easing some pull comes the trim. Adding power. Power set 80. We're coming right. Stand by the gear. Little pull. Right hand turn for section landing. A little more pull, adding a little power. Ease a little. Ease it more. A little further right. Easing power. A little pull. Easing some pull. Rolling out the section landing. Easing more pull. Easing more power. We're in section landing. A little pull. Stand by the boards. On the brakes. A little more brakes. Off brakes now. Stand by the brakes. Stand by the flaps. Spoilers. Trace. Coming left, give me two and trail.
You'll have two Chariot.
Chariot's holding short delta.
You got two Chariot.
Chariot's adding power to 70. Off brakes now. Chariot's ease and power to 60. Stand by taxi light now.
Check hook.
Yeah. We're coming left, going. Can you tell we haven't done this in a while?
Why, yes. Yes, I can. Gotta apologize to the stream. I'm gonna be grumpy in this debrief again.
I feel like I'm just trying to get something else in this week.
I agree. We'll see how that works.
BrotherLeb go clear.
Lab is clear.
We're coming right, no power. I need to have a discussion with the taxiway painting guy.
Yeah.
We're coming left, no power. Stand by right for parking. Coming right? Okay. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little brakes. Brakes. Stand by canopy and engines. In 3, 2, 1, mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. And that was something. I don't know what I'm gonna call that. A disaster.
Yeah.
Alright, Chariot's gonna hop out from under the hood.
Check 1, 2. BrotherLeb, you got me? BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Alright. Well, that happened.
It did. Did indeed.
Yeah, it might be worth looking into whether...
I'm gonna.
'cause,
I've never bent the jet
yeah.
that way. That was weird. And it happened twice. Well, technically 3 times, but one of them was on takeoff and I just got a gear stuck. Yeah.
I don't know why the gear stuck for me on the Dirty Clean loop. Like
Yeah.
I put in more brakes coming down the hill, because I saw that I was going to overspeed, and I thought
Mm-hmm.
I kept everything under control, but I guess I had to just not go over 270 before my gear's fully up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, lesson learned there. Um, let's start the debrief. That was a show at Adana. Phew, major safeties. Can we even remember them all?
Yeah.
I should just go through the show.
Oh, hold on, I'm trying to write them all down right now.
Okay. I don't think I can remember all of mine, but
I don't think I can either. Yeah, let's just go through the show. I have like 6 written down, and I'm pretty sure I haven't got them all.
okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna give myself an overall grade right off the top. It's an F.
Yes, I think that is clear. Yeah.
So many safeties, so much wrong, checklists not done, things forgotten. I don't know. I was feeling okay until we got.
Is the crossover loop bending the jet? I was like, I had to do a couple of mental resets, but I was still in it, and I was like flying that profile pretty well. And then I like pulled, and I rolled back out, and the thing was just not
Screaming, yeah.
what it should be. It was rolling off to the right and very unstable.
Yeah, you must have overridden the server. And
I'm gonna look.
yeah.
I'm gonna look. Yeah. But
All
not
right.
now.
Rolling. Taxi felt fine. I don't really have any notes for me on the taxi.
Yeah, taxi was. Oh, I did. I did overshoot the turn onto whatever that taxiway, the parallel taxiway is, and almost went into the grass. So, just need to be smart about it and just yeah. Yep.
The section takeoff scared me, but that's the way that that is the right profile that I flew. So like, it scared me because I haven't done it in a hot minute, but like that was what I flew was correct. Like that was exactly what I want to be doing and what we see in the Van Halen video. So.
Oh, weird.
What?
Well, so my DCS hiccup during that, and so in the TAC view, I don't even see your roll.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it looks good. We'll see on the tape. This one's a B plus.
Nice. My takeoff and the half Cuban were perfectly serviceable. C.
I thought your shape for the half Cuban looked really good, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's like just C is just like baseline, like standard.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a good one. It wasn't a bad one either. It was perfectly fine.
Knife edge. I was behind the whole way in. I have been behind the whole way in most of the time. I will fix that for next time. Glad to be here. D. Oh right. The maneuver itself. I overbanked. And wasn't snappy on my clear. So once again, D.
This is actually pretty good. My inbound was just a little bad at the 4 mile mark. I was a little early, but then I got it right in there. Maneuver itself was a very nice roll to the 90. The major thing is I think I had too much rudder.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's probably a B minus, but pretty decent, all things considered.
There's one thing I can say for that maneuver for me, it's that I think I had the right amount of rudder. All right. Moving on. Oh, right. My smoke switch. I didn't have my master arm switch on, so I forgot to add that to my checklist. Speaking of which, I just need to rewrite the actual. I need to rewrite the F-18 checklist and put that in the A4.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm just like trying to remember, and that's not a checklist at that point. All right. Moving on to the inverted to inverted. I was ahead the whole way in for this one, but once I got inverted, things went well. We crossed 3 left, which is why I was behind. I climbed a lot on my clear, but we actually kind of like arrived at the right angles at the right time, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, this is another D.
Inbounds were like slow or something. I don't know. But the big thing was like when I rolled to inverted, I just didn't bring in enough drive, so I sank a bunch, and then I wasn't able to get back up to the right altitude before the hit. So I'm going to be low on the hit, and then the turn was just unstable. Like it was fine, it was just unstable. So I need to work on that. I brought in a lot more drive than you did, which is interesting. I almost never do that, but I was thinking about the fact that I normally don't have enough. So I think I'm just going to try and clean that up and see how we go from there. So this is probably a C minus because losing altitude while you're inverted at 300 feet, it's not the best thing to be doing.
All right, Blivet. I called the hit earlier on this one, which was the right choice. Also, I had a hiccup in my tack view, so your guy does a quadruple loop in the middle of this maneuver, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, up and over the hill looked good. You were low compared to me. Which I was like, that's probably fine. And then, yeah, I think like our hit.
I'm really curious what that looks like from there.
Our hit will be at the right timing. I think we're going to be a little bit too far horizontally separated.
Yeah.
But looking at the parallax in tack view, granted, if we close the horizontal distance, I think we're going to have that overlap. So I think that was the right altitude. Offset.
Okay.
All right. The clear was fine. No notes. So this for me was a C minus because I was way off on the inbounds again.
Inbounds for this were pretty solid. I rolled too many times at the first hit. I actually rolled like full 360 and I was like, what am I doing right side up? And so I was like thinking about having overrolled it because I didn't actually stop, but it was like got some time dilation anyway. And then I overrolled the second one. So then I was late on the push and I knew I was late. So then I was bringing in a ton of drive, which is why I was low because I was like, oh, I'm behind him, crap. And then was trying to match, but I was behind it and just not right in the right spot. And I knew I was going to be a little early, but I wanted to be early because it'd be easier to fix or like lower than you. But I also was slower because I'd brought in so much drive. And so when I kicked the rudder, it like adjusted my heading more than I had intended. And I didn't correct for that. And so we were way separate. So you could see me like roll into you to try and get back in some semblance of close by, but at that point it was too far gone. So I think I need to go exactly 10 degrees and then adjust it. Like I was trying to give a little bit of an offset because I was inside you last time, but I think I just need to fly the profile as well as I can myself and not worry as much about what you're doing except for timings. And then once I get visual, do what I got to do to get in position. But yeah, this one still needs work. This is a D minus.
All right, Fortis. I kept us wider for this lineup because the last couple times we had to hork it onto line. I think that was the right choice. The roll-in was good, and the adding of power that I did was good. We were inbound a bit, so that was a bummer. The clear was pretty good. My rollout was a little aggressive, but actually pretty solid. So I don't know. This one feels like a C to me.
I had trouble getting in, and then I was like struggling with like power and stuff to try and get in the right zone to about the 90. But then when I got to the 90, I was in a decent spot. Not super locked in, but like roughly in the right spot. And then I was expecting the hork. And so I was kind of positioning and anticipating it. It didn't come. So I ended up getting a little wobbly on the last 45 in the rollout. But then the rest of the maneuver, like I didn't overcorrect for things you were doing. I sort of anticipated where things were probably going to happen. I managed to stay pretty close to line abreast. I was a little sucked, but I'll kind of work on that. So this one feels like maybe a B even. I don't feel like it's B plus range, but it's like, and then I stayed with you on the clear, which I haven't done yet. So yeah, I'm gonna give that one a B.
This looks good. I'll be curious to see what that looks like to the crowd.
This is why, like, when the thing broke, it was such a bummer because like there were certain parts of the early part of the show where, like screwed some maneuvers up, and then like that was good.
So I took us out a little bit further outbound for the canopy to canopy roll, and it actually creates a geometry problem. So we got a lot more angle, and like so we're like behind the crowd as we're doing this roll. So I won't do that again. We'll be 3 miles and up the hill. And yeah. But like the roll itself was fairly measured and just a little bit of push to come out the bottom end of it. We bottom out at like 250, I think. So that's a little low. But I didn't want to add too much drive in during the roll. And I knew that we were going to be okay. My rollout is pancake flat, so that's nice. So aside from the setup, the rest of the maneuver was good, but I'm just going to give it a C because of the setup.
So I was already information that was nice, but I was still kind of struggling to stay close, so I decided to fly looser on the turn. I was like, I don't need to be right tucked in on the turn. And then I also was thinking, like, oh, he's going to roll in and, like, drop altitude. There's going to be some attitude thing I'm going to have to fix. And so I wanted to give you a little room. My thought was when you said I'd be like a couple, like a plane and a half back, and then you say rolling in, and I push the power up, and then hopefully be able to correct for whatever you were doing. But it didn't work out that way. So I was behind coming up over the top, and then I got too close.
I accelerated
power
when I
up.
rolled inverted?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I felt like I was bringing in power, and then and then you rolled inverted, and I was like, oh, I'm not actually catching him as quickly as I feel like I need to. So I was like, military power, and then got a lot of overspeed once you started going up the hill. And so I brought out power, and I got sucked, and I was also just struggling to match bank angle smoothly. Like I was doing it, but I could tell it was not going to look clean. And then the big thing was just getting sucked. But I was able to correct it by the time we got back down to when you cleared. And then because your clear was flat enough, I didn't overreact to that, so that was good. But this is like C minus, I think. Like it's getting close, and like I think I was doing like I kind of had like the game plan was right, and parts of the execution were right, but other parts of the execution were wrong.
Section crossover. We were bang on heading for this, which was nice, but we're super fast, 500 knots. So I broke us at a mile.
That's why.
And then your jet explodes. We ended up being outboard, or I ended up being outboard. Your maneuver doesn't happen anymore. And then I started my rolls and put in some drive, and the jet just completely fell out of existence. I was able to correct it and keep rolling, but it was very slow. So I guess I had too much drive. Because I was trying to fix the push problem I had before, but apparently drive is not the solution. So guess I'll keep going. My clear was good. This is a D because I almost got into a flat spin.
That's exciting. I was in around the corner pretty well. Still kind of struggling with throttle stuff because that's what's hard in this aircraft, but I was more or less in position. I think I was roughly where I want to be relative to you. Might even be a little low for when we're coming in for the hit. And then you could see it in the tack view. Like, I didn't even get 45 degrees through the turn before it already departed. And I was watching the tack view, and it only got to 6.5 maybe G's before that happened. So yeah, like something about the invincibility, or like I don't know, but like yeah. So that you know that ended the maneuver at that point. I didn't have a stable aircraft. Yeah, I guess this is an F. I'm not really sure what to say about it. And then I had to reset. Yeah.
If folks are wondering why we do invincibility, it's because of the inverted maneuvers. That is, we fly inverted for long enough that the fuel system shuts off. So unlike in the 18 show where we can do all of our maneuvers fast enough that the fuel system doesn't shut off, in the A4 we have things like the canopy to canopy roll where the maneuver's done inverted, but most specifically it's the blivet.
Yeah.
We could not complete the blivet without the fuel system shutting off. So that's why you fly invincible. It's not because we are afraid of breaking the jet. We would adapt to breaking the jet. But as it is, the fuel system, like, in order to perform the maneuvers well, including things like the 4-point and the knife edge, we have to have extremely low fuel and be invincible. Because it's a mod, and it's okay.
The low fuel is the other thing, because the mod's underpowered compared to the
Blue Angel
specific model of the A4 that they were flying the F model, and this is the E model.
All right, 4 points. I called the hit too early. My 4 points were very sloppy. I had way too much rudder, and they weren't. This is just a terrible maneuver. This is a D. The first line abreast loop was pretty good, actually. It felt very measured. Like, this is more of what I want to do. The second one, not so much, but this one was good. The clear was good. The first 8-point was hot trash. It was way too high. First line abreast loop is a C. Sorry, is a B. 8 points a C. Let's go to the second line abreast loop. Second line abreast loop. I was bang on heading because we went through our smoke the second time around, but we were carrying a bucket of knots at the bottom part of that, so that was exciting. And then yeah, the clear and pushover was good. I was right on heading, so this is like the cleanest heading line abreast loop I've ever done in my life. But that being said, it's just like there's a lot of speed on the bottom end, so clearly a little bit too much pull, believe it or not, at the beginning of the maneuver. But that being said, the shape looks really good, so I don't know how to feel about this. But I'm gonna give it a B.
Alright, so in the middle of that, I re-racked twice. I did a slow roll, and it was awful, and I got into it too early. It actually doesn't look horrible from outside, but like I was a dangerous roll in because I was still nose low, so that's enough for that. And then you were in a different part of the sky than you have typically been for setting up this rejoin, and because the rejoin is so hard, I kind of screwed it up. So I actually had overspeed, and then I got kind of out in front of you and had to deconflict, and then because you're picking up speed and I had to pull some power out, I just couldn't get back in. So I was like, maybe I'll get in at some point in the maneuver, and I did, but of course I did it right at the 90-degree point, and was, had way too much power, so it was just hard to stay connected. So at that point I was just hanging on for dear life. This is also an F because I never even got in for the maneuver. The end.
Second 8-point was great. That's more what I want to do. I was not inverted or center point, so I called the hit too early. So it's a bummer. Clear was good, and on spec, this is a C. Moving on to the horizontal rolls. I was ahead on the inbounds. I didn't roll early enough for the maneuver, and I only rolled 3 times. So this is an F. I'll fix my safeties, and I'm glad to be here.
Inbounds were a little slow because I was coming out of the that like high key position that I set up for the maneuver with. Then I just didn't time it very well, so that was bad. Nah, it's immortal on.
In the server or in your settings? Does it check both
in the
places?
server. Yeah, I'll need to check both places. Okay. Anyway, back to that maneuver. And then the maneuver itself was pretty solid. This is C plus. Maybe even B. Like, there's nothing like inherently wrong with it. It could be better.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
not the cleanest one I've ever done, but there's nothing. I don't have any obvious critiques for it. Well, no, because of the inbounds, it's a C plus.
I knew it. Sorry. Okay. Go to the invert tuckover.
All right, inverted Tor. Let's see. Setup for this was okay. Lots of time. Got inverted. We were inboard, and then I didn't fix it, and so we were crowd violating. So this is an F. Setup was good, and I had plenty of time to fix it. I don't know why I didn't. I even called a little bit of right before we rolled in, and just didn't do enough. So that's an F. The rest of the actual hit was fine. Yeah, F. No more notes.
Yeah. I had plenty of time to set up, so I actually had to come a little bit outside of you to make sure that I came in at the right angle. So that was fun. I was like snuggling up and in the right position for the roll-in, and then you just took off like a rocket ship. Looking at the speeds, I'm pretty sure you added power.
I probably did instinctively when we got inverted. Yeah. That's additional F material.
Like I was like in position, and we rolled inverted. I was like, I'm gonna sneak in, and it's gonna be real nice. And then you just disappeared. I'm like, I firewalled it to try and get back in for the rest of the maneuver, and so I'm way behind. And pissed off by the time we do the roll. The rest of the maneuver's great though. Like the roll was good, and then I was able to snuggle up and get over myself for the other part of the maneuver. I'm gonna give myself a B.
Okay, the section loop. I started the turn too early, so it created a geometry problem, and I basically the same thing that happened to you in the canopy roll, but even worse, which then transitioned into the fleur-de-lis as well. So this is a D minus. It wasn't dangerous; it was just bad and not in the right spot. And we'll talk about the fleur-de-lis in a minute.
I got in and was like, I spent this whole time like trying to figure out the nuances of flying right wing in the A4 around corners and stuff. Like I was able to be in enough to like think about that stuff and try and fix it. Same for the roll. I'm trying to figure out when to add power and when to take out power. It's mostly going to be add. I don't think there's actually ever a point where you take out except for right at the bottom. So that's very interesting. And I'm learning lessons around the corner for this thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do when you hit a geometry you want, because I'm so used to like having to add so much power around the outside of this turn because we're pulling so hard that like yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the fleur-de-lis in a moment. But I'm gonna give myself a C for this. This is like pretty close.
All right, fleur-de-lis, because of the geometry problem I created for myself, the turn just had way too much pull. It was kind of flat, and so that needs to be more of a Chandelle turn than it was. And so it was inboard, outboard, so it didn't crowd violate, but it was high as well. And the actual hit itself was not bad. And I did a thing in the roll to the 90 where I actually caught sight of you and was able to stay pretty close. So kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to give this one because the setup was bad and that was kind of the fault of the previous maneuver. I'm just going to give like a half downgrade, and then the inboard to outboard another half downgrade. But then the hit and the turn an up, so that's a C minus.
Yeah, I was able to get line abreast and pushed up well compared to you. The rolls were good, and the clearing turn was good, nice and flat and level and well judged. But we crowd violated, and as I'm the leader of that portion of the maneuver, that's on me. F, fix my safeties for next time. Glad to be here, and we'll need to talk about what we're gonna do if that happens again.
Crowd violated?
Yes, we did.
Where? Top of the loop?
No. What loop? What are you talking about?
What maneuver are we? So we did the.
We're doing the
Oh,
flirtly.
we turned. Oh yeah, we turned the.
We are over the
The hit
crowd.
was too. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It's probably because I'm arcing too far out to try and fix the turn, and then calling the first hit too early. So I need to. Yeah, that's on me.
That's correct, but as the leader for the second half of that maneuver, I have to solve the problem. So it's an F for me, and we're just gonna keep flying inverted in formation until we get to the point where we can pull behind the crowd. Because that is the only safe option at that point.
Cool.
Alrighty. Alright, so the jury clean loop felt great. Inbounds were good. I was a little bit overspeed at the 1 mile mark, so I delayed the up we go a little bit. And then coming down the hill, I was modulating the speed very well to ensure that I wasn't overspeeding the gear. And I was like, you ripped by closer than I'm ever going to be comfortable with. But, you know, you saw it and I didn't. And you cleared, like I called clear and turned in, and then the gear wouldn't come up. And that was the end of my jet. So apparently it's an F. I'll fix my safeties for next time. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so I was working the timing. I was early and I did a little S turn to give myself some extra time and space, and that ended up being the right decision. I felt like I was behind when you called the 1 mile, but then it actually ended up being just about right. Like we are matched on this loop pretty close. I was a little behind on the second half of the loop, so I need to keep more pull in. But this is pretty close. So this is like a B, probably. Same problem with bending the jet, gets to 6 Gs and then immediately gives up the ghost on the turn. I mean, in its defense, I was doing 500 knots and put all the G into it, but that doesn't feel like it should happen. So I did not have Immortal set in my own game options. Does it need to be set in my game options?
I think so.
Like my individual game options?
I think
Okay.
so. But
Because it was
I'll check.
Immortality was set in the mission, but not in my game options.
I think it has to be set in your game options in addition to the mission, but I'll check what mine
don't-
was.
I think I had it set that way before, but okay. Weird.
Let's talk about the next, the
Yeah,
final portion of the show.
Right. What even were we doing at that point?
You're taking off.
I take off. It's fine. Oh, right. And then I tried to imitate the thing, and basically the next setup for this was bad. We were a little low and a little tight in an inboard, outboard. And then I didn't bring enough pull in, so we started the maneuver like too late. Didn't bring enough pull. We were way high, and then we just came screaming down this hill because I was like, well, I don't want to pull more, which I should have done anyway. So that was a mistake, and then we leveled out really, really low, and then we had to do this crazy turn, and so this thing is just an F, and it's not. It was dangerous in a variety of ways. There was a safety over the top because I just pointed us at the ground and didn't do anything about it. So everything about this was wrong. It was a horrible maneuver, horrible version of this profile. I can't think of a single redeeming quality about it. F.
Yeah, I took off and realized the slats weren't locked. Couldn't fix them in the air, so note that for next time. My flaps weren't retracted either, which I did on the runway, so I don't know what happened, but I finally got them up by clicking in the cockpit. And so I was able to get in by the time we went up the hill, and then I was ahead up the hill, and then the slats came in, and I got behind, and I was like more or less matched. And then you called stand by the boards, and then I didn't hear boards, so apparently like you didn't finish transmitting boards with enough of a tail. And because you had delayed the stand by the boards call, I couldn't do it off of cadence, and so I ended up getting behind you. Um, so then I added up power and then like tried to just salvage it around the corner and got ahead of you and underneath, and then I was like getting into a good spot, but then we like essentially stalled it over the top of the next turn. And I was like, I got sucked. And I was like, I was so mad at that point.
It was not your fault. It was not your fault.
I got it settled by the time we went back up for the loop break cross. Oh, and guess what? While all of that was happening, the slats were doing their stupid ass things.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that to say, this is a D. But I will say that like I was working my tail off and doing all the right things to fix the problems that were happening. But I was also the cause of a couple of them, so that's why it's a D.
So horrible. Looper Cross was better, but same problem as like I started it too late and I didn't bring in enough pull, so we were like way the heck crowd left. I called 0.3, but I realized as we were coming back, I was like probably closer to 0.5 left. But at that point, it was too late to do anything about that. And look at that shape of that loop. Yuck. So just letting it a lot more pull than I was given. So noted. Fixed my safeties. Glad to be here. Outbounds, once all that mess was dealt, were pretty good. Inbounds were pretty good. And you somehow made it work. And so this is an F, but yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I was like right there with you as we went up the hill and was like surprised at how little pull you're bringing. I was like, dude knows what he's doing. And I was in, and then we essentially stalled over the top. And like my cockpit falls towards your wing, and I'm like just trying to survive at that point. But I was able to get it done. Kicked out. And then I realized just how far behind I was because you said 1 mile mark and I'm flying over center point. I'm like, oh. So slammed military power and just punched it all the way out. Made it to about 2.75 and then realized I was going to be super fast over the top. So like I'm just trying to match your ladder, and then I put brakes in down the hill to make sure I don't overspeed because I look over and I'm like, I'm relatively the same altitude as him. But I gotta hork it on the bottom to pull out of this thing, and then I realized that I've still got more speed than you, so I've slammed the brakes in and just trying to modulate it to be somewhere nearby by the time we do the hit, and we ended up hitting about 1 left. Yeah, another maneuver where I was mad. I'm gonna give myself a C for that one. I think I did my best to fix everything. Moving on to the whatever it's called, the section cross. No, the section was it the something about a roll.
I don't remember. To look.
Tuck over roll. There we go. The second tuck over break. That's it. All right. Yeah, I was.
This is the tuck under break.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, the tuck under break. All right. So flew due west like I talked about last time. That ended up working out because it gave me a good angle to turn back in for. So it wasn't quite as much pull as last time. So leveled out at 450 and was able to hold that all the way in. Called the hit at the right time and did a good pull and all that jazz. And for some reason your jet doesn't break in this one when it pulls 10 Gs, but who knows what's going on?
I don't know. I think it was the speed. I think it was the airspeed.
Yeah. Went to the right angle this time, and pull behind crowd was good. Or sorry, pulling to crowd right was good. All in all, I'm gonna give this a C. No, this is a B. I think this is like pretty close to what it should be.
So I think what I'm learning from this is, as I'm looking at this tack view, because I pulled 8 Gs in this maneuver, is if you're above like 400 and, I don't know, 80 knots or something, if you put 6 Gs on the jet, it just breaks, even if it's invincible. Because we're doing 450 into this hit, and I pull 8 Gs, and it's fine. Like I know it looks like 10 on yours, but that's because DCS.
Okay.
So I think that's sort of the secret sauce. Is if we're doing 500 knots coming into some maneuver where we need to put max G on the jet, then it's probably going to break. Because it was the same both times when the crossover
Mm-hmm.
break and me coming out of the bottom of the.
Before. Oh no, never mind.
I don't think we've done it that fast before.
Yeah,
Like I put plenty of G on it, but I don't know that I've been doing 500 knots when I put that much G on it.
Weird.
So,
Right.
so I don't know. I'd be really curious whether you have Immortal set on your game option, like your individual game options, because I did not. That'll be a checklist item I'll have to add because I play all sorts of multiplayer servers and other
Gameplay?
groups. Yeah, it was in gameplay options.
I don't have Immortal checked.
Yeah, I didn't either. So I'm pretty sure there's like probably a hard coded like you're this fast and you hit this G limit, even though you're probably at like I wouldn't at all be surprised if it's like 479 knots. You can take it up to like 10 Gs. 480 knots, you take it to 6 Gs and it breaks.
Yeah, I bet it's hard coded into the module, and it's not something.
Yeah, it's probably because they had they have like an EM diagram for it. And,
Yeah, but
anyway.
that should be part of the invincibility anyway. Moving on.
Yeah. So this, I only am remembering now that you said you were going to come to due west. So I was looking for you in a spot in my canopy that I wasn't finding you. So it took me longer to detect you because normally I kind of follow you out west before turning in, and I had to find you in the sky first. So I got really behind in this turn. So I was never in for any point of it. I got close to being in before the hit happened, so I was able to do the hit on time, but I wasn't really in. So this is a D minus. The hit looks fine, but yeah.
All right. The section landing. Let's start with the section flat pass. I have historically overshot this turn pretty much every time, so I was dedicated to not doing that, and I didn't this time, which was great. Got it nice and low, got it saddled up in there, and got the power right where it needed to be, and just parked it for the rest of the maneuver. Felt good. The turnout for the landing was good too. I think I smoked off around the right time. I'm gonna give this a B+.
Yeah. I've been working on this rejoin, and it's improving. I have historically overshot you, and I didn't this time. So, and I was able to get tucked in very measured. I think I could tuck in tighter and smoother and quicker. So I'm only going to give this a B, but this is a good one.
Nice section landing. This was a great profile. All in all, like this, all the turns were measured. The speed was good. We never did anything that was horrifically terrifying. Our vertical descent rate started increasing in the middle of the turn, so I made some good adjustments to keep us on track there. And then I made good adjustments to make sure that we landed in a good spot. I also added the brakes at the time that I said I would, but I didn't pull the power out when I landed. And so that is a safety. I'll fix that for next time. Glad to hear it's an F.
I was tucked in. It was pretty good. Your profile was great. Please do it again. It was very easy to follow. The only thing that's impossible to follow, and maybe someday I will learn it, but the trim.
Yeah.
Because how much trim you add and how much that changes your jet attitude. I always fall out whenever you do the trim. I'm even anticipating it. I'm guessing what trim you're doing based on my own inputs, and that's just really hard to catch. So I'll probably get better at that over time, but that's really difficult. And then I'm kind of behind as we start the turn back in for. But because your turn was very consistent and you didn't have to adjust that much in it, it was easy for me to get back stuck in, and that was great. We're coming down the pipe. I was overspeeding and then underspeeding and overspeeding, and I was freaking out. It was very micro, but I was trying not to get too far behind you. My vertical thing was screaming at me and whatnot. And I got a little bit of a wing climb in the last little bit because we were very low. But I was like, all right, we're gonna get this landing just right. Get down there, flip the switch, for the spoilers, and like you called the brakes, I got on the brakes, and then you called the foot brakes, and I got on those, and I just skidded. And I didn't realize until I was turning back around that I had not flipped the spoiler switch. I had flipped my gear switch. So that's an F. Safety. Glad to be here. I'll fix my safety next time.
Taxi back was solid, no notes.
Yep. Same. It's the first time I've got that turn as well as I think I did. And it was better last time, but it seemed better this time, so cool.
Great.
Redeemed it, sort of.
Do we want to go look at tape? Is it valuable tonight?
Yeah, I think there's a few things to see.
Right.
We can kind of scrub through it, but yeah, I want to see what the Blivet looked like, even as off as it was. Honestly, it's the Blivet that's the one I want to see the most. The rest of it,
I think
don't
that,
know that
yeah,
I
I
care.
think it's like, for me, I want to see through your first crash. And that's it. The rest of it, well, I don't know. There's a couple of stuff in the back half for me that was good. Like, I want to see the delta roll. I think after the delta roll, though, unless you want to see the turd clean loop.
I would like to see it, yeah.
Alright. Let's not bother with the startup tonight. Alright. Near. Wow. Give the stream some sound. Oh, great. My stick is still connected. Oh, flip. I forgot. I didn't hold the brakes during the startup. I don't think I was
really?
interested. Remember how to do things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I wonder what that ramp in the background is.
I don't know.
Oh, you're
You
not
are
seeing
not
any of
streaming,
this.
by the way.
How about now?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
You know what's really funny? Nobody saw the tac view of my debrief.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, we talked through it anyway.
Gotta figure out how to tell when I'm off the ground without having to roll the jet. Because usually that, like in the Hornet, I knew because of the AOA indexer, but the AOA indexer is a little slow in this one. So I usually could tell because I'll get like just a little bit of a right roll. But like trying to catch it.
Yeah, it's not a true weight off wheels sensor, so you can't just do it
No.
early.
You don't feel it as a human if you're in a plane. Like you can tell immediately when you're off the ground.
Maybe you can increase that vibrator in Moses software?
But I would only want it for this moment.
Yeah. That was a good maneuver, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
Nice job. Well, that looks pretty good. Edge.
Yeah.
super clean on my rolls to start the show. Yeah, that was a good rolling.
Yeah, super low.
Not enough roll. I was just panicking because of last time, right?
Yeah.
Too much in. Like, you kind of have to start a little shallow and then add a little more roll once you start pushing.
Yeah.
You know, it's similar to when you do a snap, like a flat pull. In these jets, you gotta roll to like 85, start pulling, and then a little more roll.
Yep.
Live it. Here we go. That was a better roll. Yeah, that was good hit timing as far as like. That's good. There's the rudder kick. Set. There he is.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the vertical or the horizontal offset, and I think I actually need to be just a little bit higher as well.
3 jets instead of 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll see. Your clear was so close to the ground and nice and measured, and I was like 4,000 feet or something. Like I was really high. Well, I didn't have that much speed, and I delayed my pitch angle or my pitch angle. Yeah, my pitch angle was not as steep as yours.
Yeah. Nice. You hit the jet.
Yeah, once
well.
I get to the 90, I've been able to hide the jet better. I lost it a little bit because I was expecting a more aggressive pull to the crowd line, but
honestly, I feel like my setups tonight were really good.
Yeah, this one was a good one. If I'd known that it wasn't going to require the crazy adjustment, then I would have been able to nail it.
Yeah, that was a good setup too.
Yeah. So it's funny you were talking about the standby the boards, and then I never called the boards because I stopped transmitting.
One of these.
That's how it happens for all your calls in this maneuver.
Oh, sorry.
You're like stand by the gear, and then I'm like, all right, well, it's time for the gear. And stand by the, and I often just get stand by the. I'm like, okay, cool, hook.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Just a little sucked, but like you're.
Yeah. Wow. The thing is I did have time to check and see where we were relative to center point, but I have to drop back about half a jet.
This is a
once you roll.
Good, yeah, good spacing on the clear there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's closer to the ballpark of what we're looking for across the board.
Yep.
Now, if only I can be that consistent. Consistency comes with practice, and that's.
Yep. I was frustrated because I was already nose low when you rolled in, and it still wasn't enough.
I tried to catch up. I try not to, like, be too wiggly when I'm.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I'll learn it.
Oh, dude.
I got too far forward, and then I pulled a bunch of power. Well, not tons of power, but enough to drop back like this.
That was pretty good to start with.
It was. I was catching you. Like if you go back and watch this stream, you'll see that I'm like scooting up on you, so I brought out some power.
Oh, yeah. Good
So I was
one.
expecting you to descend, and so that's why I wasn't pulling up to like maintain the position, even though you were separating from me.
Yep.
And if you keep doing them that flat, I'll be able to
It's
get even
so
tighter.
hard, dude. It's all just gut feel.
Yep. The last 2 times you've done them pretty flat.
I'm getting better at it. I'm getting more used to this aircraft. Like my muscle memory and my intuition is starting to align with what actually occurs.
Okay, interesting. So we need to get almost level before I go take my spot.
Oh, dude, this looks
Positioning's
so
good.
cool.
You can't tell
This
that
looks
well, now you
so
can.
cool.
But yeah, I'm actually like a jet and a half back and half a jet high, and then it broke.
Yeah,
right there.
nothing shows, like there's nothing flew off the
But
jet.
your jet didn't break.
I know.
What the heck?
Watch this.
It's super weird. Oh, my man.
Oh boy, that's a flat spin that's developing. Let's stop that. Alright, let's roll. Watch my terrible 4-point. Awful. Even worse. So bad.
I didn't even get a chance to do it, so mine might have been pretty gross as well.
Alright, we're gonna skip the first of these. And the first of these. And then you're gonna go do a thing somewhere. There you are. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. To do the inverted, or the slow roll.
You can see where my smoke started pointing at the ground. That shape is actually pretty good. If it weren't for the fact I was pointing at the ground when I rolled in for it, that actually wasn't bad.
Alright.
A little high, but
Yeah.
we can work on that. I'm like, no, swim, 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 swim.
I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Watching one guy do a loop is not the most exciting.
I mean, I never really got in. Like I'm a beam, sort of. Oh God, no!
Drop too much power, and by the time you go over the top, you just don't have enough power authority to get back to it. And then coming down the hill is the same thing. Alright, board's in at the same spot though. That's good. We were getting tons of G coming off the bottom of this. It felt a lot lower than it actually was. I was worried. That looks really cool. With the diamond just taking off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what they actually do, because like it is close to stall over the top of that thing. Like there's no way he takes the diamond through that.
Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's an 8 right there. The trick with the 8-point, if you ever do one, is to be really, like, undershoot the first roll. And then you'll have a sense of what you need to do for the rest of them. But if you overshoot that first roll, then you're making up for it for the rest of the maneuver. And it's a nightmare. Horizontal rolls. Very slow rolls for me. I was just nervous after the last ones I did. Alright.
Do you have any trim?
What do you mean? I'm
trying to figure out why your rolls are wobbly.
I don't know, dude.
Because mine aren't, and like it was the opposite in the Hornet. Like your rolls were pretty flat, and mine were wobbly.
See, look, dude, I was in. I was ready.
Yeah.
It was a little late there, but I was like, that's fine. I'll figure it out.
Needed more drive. Same with the other one. Not enough pull, not enough drive. All show.
I'm just trying to make up ground the rest of the way in. Didn't quite crowd violate. But we definitely broke the...
I mean, we were inboard of the runway.
We were inboard of the aerobatic box, so
Yes.
it was an FCC violation, if not a safety violation. An FCC and FAA violation. Sorry, doing too many ham radio things. Here we go. Yeah.
Nice work, dude.
I got a little sucked here. Like, it's getting there.
Yeah, no, it's looking really good. I'm jealous. Mostly because I'm not doing a max deflection roll right before it. So you're not trying to adjust for some weird attitude change.
I mean, the reason why we stuck with 5 and 6 the way that it is because you actually have more experience with doing rolls and stuff like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be
You're
able
doing great.
to you're gonna be able to fix this faster than I would.
We'll see. We'll see. It's not the roll that's the problem. It's the like catching whatever it is you do when you roll inverted.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to wait until we're rolling out to push out. I was like, stay
Well,
a
that didn't
little
look
low because
nearly
of
as
parallax.
yeah. Didn't look nearly as bad as it was actually.
Crab violation.
I've been at shows where they do that though.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, the Milwaukee show with 4 just like max
That
G
was
turning right over the crowd.
That was the best thing ever.
It was so awesome.
I hate having a smoke on this overlay. It just doesn't look good.
It was cool to hear you call the 90 when I was at the 90. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's never happened before. I'm going to be behind you on the way back down, though, which is a bummer. So the idea is to kind of be in the same general quadrant of sky.
Yeah.
So if I could start one like that and just pull a little more. And watch me tumble. Pop. There it goes.
And then my front nose gear is up. As you'll see in a moment. So, so the smoke won't go off either.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is there anything else worth watching in this
No.
that you want to see?
No.
I don't think I do.
Maybe the flat pass, but like no, actually
Yeah,
no.
I've seen flat passes before.
Let's just call it a night there. I think.
I think we're good.
All right, folks. That was it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll probably try and get another flight in this week if our schedules allow, because we clearly need the practice. But we look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, we'll see you on the flight line.
Latest.